Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mecca of Motorsports, Daytona International Speedway. As the drivers wrap up qualifying, let's get to the action. Let's start tonight with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing can't prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, let's get to it. Tonight we have 125 laps around the historic Daytona International Raceway. Here's our starting grid. Let's get this thing working, shall we? Let's go ahead through your grid as the drivers go around and get started and take on. We're going to start in the day. We're going to move to the evening. So we got a full field here. A lot of cars. Looks like 45 cars are going to try to get themselves the win around this super speedway. As we go around, let's look at tonight's temperatures. It keeps switching to Fahrenheit on me, but I know right now it is hot and slick. We'll work on that in a little bit. As you saw, the starting lineup for this evening, Zachary Cato, the AWR driver, is going to sit on pole as they head down the back straightaway, getting ready to see the green flag around the historic Daytona International Raceway. Here's a great look at tonight's pole sitter, the 6 Zach Cato, the ever so dangerous 12 Trevor Haley on the outside. We got a Chevy and a Ford represented in the start of this thing as they roll through turn 4 and get ready for the start of 125 laps around this. I believe we are stage racing tonight, lap 30, lap 60, lap 90. As they get ready for the pace car to pull off and get this thing started. Pace car pulls off. The 12 car gives his tires this final scrubbing as they approach the Geico restart zone. Zach Cato is going to put the pedal down and get this thing started. We are green from Daytona. As they come out of turn 4, your pole sitter, Zach Cato, continues to lead. He is going to lead the first lap of 125 around the Daytona International Speedway. These cars are looking great. We got our cameras up and working. We got our overlays working. It's awesome to see us. See Randy Schweizer in the chat. What is up, Randy? He's our OG broadcaster. Hopefully he's comes back around here so I can get back behind the wheel of one of these race cars so you guys can see me upside down at some point. The 92 is going to have a good push going down the back straightaway. He's looking to draw even with the leader. This track is not as wide as Daytona, or as Talladega, but you could definitely see 3-wide action. You just need to hold the wheel just a little steadier. LeBeau gets out in the wall just a little bit as they come through turns 3 and 4. I'm so happy to have some of these camera angles back as the 92 of Nathan Fryer is going to lead that lap around. Let's go back here a little deeper in the field. We got Brad Felty. Tommy Rogers still sitting on pit road. Don't know what happened with Tommy. He's getting moving. Couple guys losing the lead draft. But let's take it back up front. Looks like William Keller, not our normal driver in the 75. Usually that is David Scott as the field continues to go around this super speedway. Let's go ahead and put it in the crank it up camera. It's Randy Showers in the chat. as the 92 continues to lead, but Zachary Cato has other things in mind as they head into turns 1 and 2. So far, pretty clean amongst this lead pack. A lot of movement. We got some 3 wide deeper in the pack. Looks like Michael Wiley's going to try to make his way up. He's beside the 69, trying to get that inside line moving. Looks like right behind him might be Mr. Talladega himself. We are on a different track, but he is in a number 8 Nationwide car. That thing looks awesome. Told you 3 wide is possible around this super speedway, but it is a lot tighter than Talladega is. As the 69 gets the wall, Nick's going to get a little contact, and that's going to lead to the first bit of trouble around here. Going to have a few cars as Nick goes right through the Daytona sign. We are in our lap 5 caution window. He's throwing grass and dirt all over the track. That'll make it interesting when the leaders come back around. Doesn't look like anybody got in too bad of shape there, but that's just a product. This track is a lot tighter than the Talladega Super Speedway as the 92 continues to lead in his Rain Chevrolet. I'm sure as we hit turn 4, we will probably see the yellow flag as the 46 makes a big move with Kyle Cameron on the outside. Rocco to the lead as the yellow flag turns, so the 46 will take the lead as the yellow flag comes out at Daytona. Gato must be holding that clutch going around, waiting on the pace car. Ryan Wilson. There was a little bit of conversation in the garage area as this evening he moves to the AWR team. Ryan Wilson, you saw him in the... Oh, Jepson doesn't see the car on the outside. Good job locking it down. That is one awesome looking race car. We were going to take a couple looks at it, but Wilson just gave us a free look at the whole side of that thing. Great looking race car. He'll get his positions back here before they go down pit road. We'll check back into the leaders. Let's see what they have in mind going down pit lane as they roll through 3 and 4. We'll see who's coming and who stays. We'll get the camera ready, get you guys the action as the leaders roll in through turn 4. Looks like we got the left side tires going up on the 46 machine. He's also going to take 4 tires. We'll see here. Zach Cato's in. The 55 Cameron. Kyle Cameron is out first, followed by his teammate Cato and Trevor Haley. They may have just taken 2 tires on their pit stop. Let's see if we can get a pit stop time. For some reason, it just tells us positions gained. It does not like to tell us how long they were on pit road for. Don't know why. But Kyle Cameron in the AWR car is going to take the point with Zach Cato. His teammate will be starting on the outside. As the sun starts to set here at Talladega. Let's see if we got our graphic right this time. Race info right now. Oh man, it does not like me tonight. I don't know why. That's alright. We'll get it figured out. I know that the track was set up to be a little hot, a little slick to start, but we will transition into the nighttime, increasing grip. The track temperature will plummet as we go into the evening. I'm just trying to do some back-end work here to try to get the graphics all in the right metrics. We are in America. We are not on the metric system, although I'm sure some of you might know how to do the conversions. I do not. And we'll go ahead. Let's see if we go 1 to green here as they go around. Well, we got plenty of time. Kyle, little pit strategy. Getting you out front of this pack here, leading around the beautiful Daytona International Raceway. You got a teammate behind you. Are we keeping this thing up front tonight?
Way too early to tell that, Craig.
Well, a stronger start for you and your team. Already up front, we got your Highline Racing Network picture up here. The lights are off in the pace car. I'm going to assume you're... Have we figured out just yet which line seems to be dominant? Because it seems fairly even all the way around the racetrack.
It does seem even. I was able to kind of snake my way through the field here to get up here, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, we'll pick a line and we'll just see what happens.
All right, well, good luck. We'll check in with you in a little bit.
All right, Craig.
Alrighty, we got to make sure we put him back in the right channel. He is joined alliances. It looks like the SMT guys are working with the AWR guys tonight. Even amongst all the drama, they're still sitting here working together. It's going to take more than two to get yourself to the front and keep yourself out front at Daytona. The lights are out on the pace car. Let's make sure, well, now that we have our cameras back, let's go and find the right camera. We have one specifically supposed to be for the green flag and the finish of this thing. As you see, the bus stop for the 24 hours, which I know several guys are racing right now. So let's check in. Our top 10 looks like Kyle Cameron, Zach Cato, Trevor Haley, Mike Wiley, Ryan Wilson, James Jepson up 13 spots, Jamie Shaw up 14, Stephen Chun up 14, Danny Shaw in P9, Alex LeBeau, and it rounds out the top 10 as the drivers get ready for the pace truck to pull down off the racetrack. We'll get ready to go back green flag racing at Daytona. Kyle does not get up there in front of his teammate. Trevor Haley pushes the 6 car out in front, but he's going to drop down, and oh boy, Trevor Haley and the 48 car of Michael Wiley have found themselves on the racetrack. Those two are dynamic when they get up front. As we check in, and James Jepson, and they're going to try to pull Jamie Shaw up around the high side. You'll have 3 S&M cars, 1 Dark Horse car, as Nicholas Bauman got caught up in that wreck earlier. He's back here in 16th position. He's trying to find his way back up to the front. As you can see, the sun begins to set here at Daytona. It shouldn't be long before the lights are back on, or before the lights are on around the super speedway. It looks like Tommy Rogers got himself back on the lead lap here and moving forward. We saw a Better Call Saul car in here earlier. We're gonna have to check out on that thing. That's one of my favorite shows. Breaking Bad, great show. As you see, these cars come ripping around this super speedway. Brandon Showers is saying the air temp right now is 75 degrees, so I'm going to guess that equates. It's usually about a 20 to 30 degree difference on the racetrack right now. For some reason, we keep getting Celsius every time I put on the graphic. But with those high of a temp, it usually, in this old surface, well, I should say getting older surface at Daytona, starts to wear down these tires a little bit. You may see these guys on the longer runs here before the end of the stage do a little slipping and sliding, as you see the 48 really giving the 12 car a push here. James Jepson still holding strong, and Jamie Shaw had a rough go of it last night, man. He really did. But right now he's riding in P4. He's got his, is that who I think that is? No, that is not Ricky Miles just yet. That looks like his dad, Danny Shaw. So you got another father-son combination right there, as Danny goes to the bottom, and Brandon Showers is going to fill the gap on the high side with Alex LeBeau, another guy out here looking for a teammate. As we got chaos. We have a big wreck. Looks like the 23 is going to be in it. quite a few drivers falling quick as they still have some big impacts. Nick Bauman is in it again. We are going to stay green, however, to lap 30, so pardon me while we miss some of the action up front. But let's go back and see if we get a look as to what happened here. Let's put it up speed. It looks like it's going to happen a little further up. Looks like we already have a car sideways. Let's go and see if we can get a better view of this. Let's find the man in the running hour, Brandon Showers. Let's back it up. Looks like it happened somewhere up around Brandon. And it was Brandon. The 92 is going to look to the inside. Oh, that's some net code there. Gets shoved up back in front of the field. Couple big hits. James Smith, the 65, the 8, and the whole track, you can just see, is blocked. 69. Look at the 37. Bobbing and weaving off. Last second. Pancakes the side of a car. As these guys all have fast repairs, so they'll all get fixed back up. Let's go back live to the front. Nick Bauman getting his pit services done, as it looks like we have a 6-car breakaway at the front of this thing. They'll probably be content to try to save some fuel. We might still have some green flag pit stops before the lap 30 stage break as Trevor Haley continues to lead. Let's check in on some guys back here. Ricky Miles has found some friends to get with. It looks like he managed to avoid that wreck. Ricky was having some internet problems earlier. He did a quick pit stop on his modem. He had to go and pull that all apart, get it back going, and got back in here by race time. So very impressed that he could get that all hooked back up and going. They're a little bit behind the field, but with the stage breaks, they'll get it moving again. James Smith is all by himself. Hopefully he has somebody that eventually... Oh, man, the back of that car is gone. He's going to... And it looks like he is struggling to keep it straight. There might be a little bit of toe link damage in that thing. We'll see if we can get inside the car here and take a look on the straightaways to see if he's having to put any extra wheel in it just to keep that thing going straight. It sounds like he's still at full song, so it doesn't sound like he has horsepower issues. He's got quite a bit of left wheel into that thing, so I don't know if it's his offset or that thing's just a little broken. It definitely has seen some better days, as you see a lot of cars coming out of pit road, getting started to keep on moving. We check in back out front. No changes up front. Looks like the 24 car is going to go up pit road. No, that was the 92 of Nathan Fryer going down pit road. It looks like he gets it checked up in time, so we may have some green flag pit stops coming up here shortly, so we'll keep it tuned in or around the leader. Zach Cato, he looks like he got a little damage from that incident. Looks like somebody may have not got checked up in time. He's got some teammates right behind him, Zach Cato and Ryan Wilson, and it looks like Stephen Connor. I believe Stephen Connor's, he is in the, yes, he was in the tribute to Steve Irwin car. Danny Shaw's right there. Nick Bauman after his pit stop. So these guys, we'll see if they can make up ground. There is a strong chance that they can make up some serious ground with this pack here, depending on what the leaders are doing. As you see, the sun continues to set here at the Daytona International Speedway as these cars wrap around. Some great camera angles. Look at that. That looks awesome, man. That really does. Juan Escamilla getting us some new cameras, some better settings. I spent half the afternoon trying to get everything up in 4K. From what I could see, the broadcast looks much better than yesterday, so pretty proud of that. That we finally got our settings right where we want them. For now, I'm sure something will eventually change, and we'll have to start chasing it all again. Trevor Haley continues to lead. I think Michael and his teammates are very content to ride this out, because here in 10 laps, if they have to pit or don't, it'll be very easy for one of the S&M cars to get up there and take the stage right away from the Dark Horse driver, who has finished second both nights in a row. Nick Bauman pulling a last-second move through the tri-oval. We didn't get those clips uploaded just yet in time. Hopefully we'll get a chance later on to take a peek back at what happened last evening. But what we do want to do is shout out, while we got the time, D&D Graphics. They have done an awesome job sponsoring this series. They have all kinds of clothing and everything else. And they're trying to get some clothing, some hats for all the drivers. They've done a bunch of paint schemes. You see them all on the S&M cars, D&D graphics. Check them out. I'm going to be ordering myself a hat, fully customizable stuff out there. Your name, your car number, if you have any sponsors or anything like that going on the car. They're awesome. And don't forget to check out S&M Iracing on Facebook. Where we're broadcasting tonight, YouTube, we got and partners with SMT and Highline Racing Network. They got some videos up there, so make sure you give them a check as well. The Facebook, the Discords, all the above. It's pretty awesome, pretty tight community. A lot of admins, a lot of different points of views to start looking at everything. And you know, if we have any passing under the yellow flags, if you're in the Discord, you saw that, or under the yellow lines, I should say, if you're part of the Discord, you saw some of that controversy last night. Last night, no big deal, but when we start putting out some money or points championship, it's something that as the admin team, we're going to have to keep an eye on, you know, making sure guys aren't trying to gain positions underneath the yellow line, having to DQ or penalize or hold a lap, 40 seconds, whatever we end up deciding having to do. By the end of this thing, as we come around to complete lap 23, take on lap 24, it doesn't look like these guys are really holding back any speed. As Trevor Haley continues to go around this thing at 198 miles an hour, he's going to get a push crest over the 200 mile an hour at 204 getting into turn 1 here at Daytona. These guys are moving. Let's check on Jason Julian heading down pit road to get his service. It looks like, oh, the 00 of Bruce A. He misses pit road, and that's another Harley-Davidson car. But a couple Harley-Davidson fan. Brand Felty's on pit road. Looks like James Smith and his group are still trying to make up time. Brandon Showers. It still looks like James hanging on with no bumper. He doesn't want to go down pit road and lose track position. He's still hanging out in 13th. Going down pit road is only going to put him further in the back, so he's hoping that stage break comes quickly, which it will in 5 laps. As the sun continues to set, it should be any minute now that the lights turn on at the super speedway here. And if I see right, they are turning on, and you can see them there. They're on. What an awesome shot coming down the back straightaway here of these cars, of the 12 car and 48. Pretty soon, we'll be in the nighttime. The grip and the speeds should increase for the horsepower of these things. The cooler temps these race cars love. They stay cooler, they create more horsepower, the grip goes up, the overall speed, and it looks like we have them coming down pit road now. So with 5 laps to go in the stage, the lead pack is in. All 6 of them going, or 5 of them, excuse me, going down pit road together. Looks like Michael Wiley gets onto pit road a little bit better than Trevor Haley does. As they go in, we'll see if, I'm assuming with 4 laps to go in the stage, they're just going to grab a quick splash. There's the lights as we got a transition. As the lights come on here at Daytona, these cars are going to look good. Michael Wiley's on the roll. Yep, the 12 car is out and gets going. Michael Wiley, oh, it's close. Watch out for the grass there. And it looks like Jamie Shaw and James Jepson also get off. Alex LeBeau may have taken some tires and fuel in there, so he's going to lose the lead draft. I wonder where that's going to cycle him out. Danny Shaw's coming out of the pit road right now. Kyle Cameron, after getting caught up in something earlier, we'll see if he needs to pit, but right now that's going to move him into the 6th position, and they'll see how fast they catch LeBeau here, who's just coming up to speed out of turn 2, and as you see, that pack is coming, and they will be there in a hurry. But out front, you still have Trevor Haley, Michael Wiley. They need to do a little bit better job of getting those 2 behind them with them. Otherwise, they're going to start losing significant ground. I don't think they're going to lose enough ground to have to really worry about anyone catching this pack. It looks like the 23 and the 75 are a lap, yes, they have gone a lap down, so they'll be waiting for the stage break to get their laps back, and they'll just hang out with this lead pack. We'll see if one of them can push somebody on by Trevor Haley here for the stage win. There is a couple cameras we're going to continue to play around with the rest of the night. We have been changing them left and right. We're trying to find the ones that are going to work. There's a finish camera, so I want to make sure that that thing works by the end of this thing, because if history has a way of repeating itself, which it usually does, Looks like we could have 2, 3 cars coming to the start-finish line. Let's check the camera here. Here's our finish camera. Yeah, that's going to be a great camera for the end of this thing. We have a spotter cam. We have fan cams. I mean, we have a grid cam, which is irrelevant now. They're not on. They're not on pit road. You see the sparks underneath these things. Like I said, the speeds are going to continue to increase as they go around. Let's see if they start pushing hard here, what kind of speeds? We're already up to 201 halfway down the back straightaway, 202, 203, and they're not even pushing 204. If these guys really get to pushing, you could see speeds easily over 205 miles an hour. It looks like Michael might be a little hot. He's going to show his nose and try to cool that thing down a little bit as we go on board with Trevor Haley. We're going to just keep playing with cameras here. Let's try to get you guys the best cameras. We actually are on the final lap of the first stage. This fan cam is awesome, especially. We're going to watch this until they come back around to 3 and 4. You can see the sunset and the lights turning on. This is a great shot. All the billboards on the back. Right now it's still the 12 to 48, 84, and 13 as they go down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. We'll see if Michael Wiley wants to try to challenge for the win here. Some lap traffic could play into effect of that as they come down out of turn 4. It looks like Michael is content on hanging out. Jamie Shaw's not, and Trevor Haley is going to take the first stage of the race. The yellow flag should be out any second. There it is. It's out. Stage 1 complete. Stage 1 winner, Trevor Haley. Well, Trevor, 1 stage in the book. Check mark. Got the win. Bauman's a little far back, so you didn't have to pass him coming to the stage. How's it running so far tonight? How's the car feel? We're transitioning into the nighttime. It seems like speeds are already picking up. How's the start of this race going?
Well, it's been pretty good for me. Been walking with the S&M boys here, so they worked the stage win.
Yeah, they were lined up 2, 3, 4 behind you. I was really expecting somebody to come out and make a move on you there and put the S&M crew on in victory lane 4, at least the first stage. I don't think they'll be as friendly coming to the end of this thing.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, well, good job on the first stage. We'll keep on board with the. It seems like, I don't know if you're watching the stream. You tell me, does it look better than last night?
Yeah, it's looking good. I like it.
Awesome.
You're doing good.
All right, well, I'm just up here babbling, but I want at least the people who are watching it to be in full resolution for them. So congrats on the first one. Looks like you got quite a bit of help in there tonight. I don't see, oh, now I do. I see a Nicholas Bauman. So we'll see how that goes as you wait up for the pace car. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
So Trevor Haley, Mike Wiley, Jamie Shaw, James Jepson, Kyle Cameron comes all the way back to finish in the top 5 with his teammate Zach Cato right behind him. Alex LeBeau doesn't lose too much spot after staying out long on pit road under green. He may have a shorter pit stop here under yellow and make up track position as they come down heading to pit lane. Let's see what happens here on pit lane. And it looks like Alex LeBeau has done exactly what we thought. he took a little longer pit stop under green, took a shorter pit stop here to come out in front, getting that 24 machine out front. Looks like Trevor Haley actually lost a spot on pit road. Jamie Shaw is still right there. Mike Wiley, and as you can see, the car's on the outside. They're going around. They're going to go get their laps back. The admin team lets them do it. The 24 car, always good to see out in first place, even though, Alex, you're in my number. But we'll allow it tonight. I'll be racing tomorrow night. That 24 car's back mine. We're going to have to get you... Might have to make a 25 car for you. I'll have to make you a car. That's that 24. I'm going to try to put in victory lane tomorrow night. But good job getting that car out in P1. So we have Alex LeBeau, Mike Wiley, Trevor Haley, Jamie Shaw, Stephen Chun, Ricky Miles, but he's got to be going down pit road. He was busy getting his laps back. He was putting in the extra effort. Under yellows, as we see Ricky coming down, he's getting it checked up to the, I think it's a 50 mile per hour speed limit here at Daytona. As he gets in there, he was saying the other night that he needed to work on his brake bias because he kept sliding the box. Looks like tonight he's taking it easy, making sure he gets in there. And look at that, Ricky. Oh, he got a pit stop just right by victory lane. I don't know if that's a sign or not. James Smith also in right there. Another great looking race car. That thing looks awesome. Again, now you heard me say it the other night. Simple but sweet. Now the 75 looks like he got his repairs done. Looks like he's got some Armed Forces things on the front of his car. Let's see if we can get a good look at this thing. Oh, we got a good look at the driver. Let's see if we can get the shot that's down the side of this thing, get a better look at it as we go through our cameras here. Dynamic 1, Dynamic 2, static, that ain't going to be it. Man, I have so many cameras to go through. Nose, gearbox, roll bar. Man, we just have so many. Well, I'll figure it out here in a little bit. We'll get a good look at this paint scheme that he's got going on. He gets it checked up going down pit road. He's getting his services done. Nick Bauman is back in also. I don't know if he came down pit road just yet or not. He might be topping off here, trying to get himself a little extra fuel. Gets into his box clean. As we'll listen to him. It looks like he got some tires. They jack it up the side of the car. Right side's down. Left side's going up. And down and away. Careful not to spin the tires. Trying to keep as much grip. So tire wear must be a little bit of an issue tonight. These guys aren't hammering down out of their pit box. As these cars sound so good. LeBeau's going to make a fake to pit road. I don't think you're going to get anybody to bite right now as the sun continues to set around this super speedway. Let's see if the lights go out on the pace car. The lights are out. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing around Daytona. We'll see if we can get some aerial shots around here. What do you say? Let's see what the scenic camera has to offer. Not much. Thanks, scenic camera. It is getting dark out. I love when the game does this. We have a bunch of different goes from day to so. There's a great camera. The fan cam. We have fan cam 1 and fan cam 2. I think fan cam the 1 is a little higher up. You can see the sun's almost completely set. The lights are on. The cars are shining out there. As a new broadcaster, I'm going to have to put some notes down on what cameras are going to put me where. Oh my lord, these pop-ups are so ridiculous. Myself and James Jepson spent forever last night trying to get rid of them. It's a brand new PC, and yet they are persistent on still being here today. They are abundantly frustrating. Something that the PC and Microsoft companies, they all build into your computer to make sure they flash their advertising and try to get you to buy something in front of your face. It's really frustrating, but nonetheless, we'll work through it. We'll go back at it this evening and try to get that all sorted out. as the drivers get ready. They don't know I got advertisements on there. All they know is they're coming off of turn 4, and they are ready to take the green flag. They are going to start behind the 24 car of Alex LeBeau. As they approach the Geico restart zone, and they are off. Trevor Haley giving the 24 a big push. I know he's used to that. You see the flagman waving the green flag. We'll see if the 12 can get up there. Yes, he does. He wants to work with that 48. As the 69's in the fence, that's going to cause a huge stack up back there. It looks like they got it all sorted out as they get back moving. The S&M cars up there with the 12 car. Only 2 on the bottom. They're going to need a little bit more help than that if they want to go. You see them. These cars create such a big hole in the air for the car behind. It is easy to push, but it is also easy to side draft. And if you do not get up to speed, it is difficult. You can see the speed difference, 197 for LeBeau, and in mid corner on the high side they're already 198. It'd probably be better here on the front straightaway. They're already at 200 getting a push, and LeBeau there on the bottom is probably just getting back up to speed. He's getting back up to 200. You see him starting to close the gap, but we'll check back in here with Trevor Haley getting a push. They're already up 205, 206 entering turn 1. We said as the temperatures would drop, we get into the nighttime, these speeds would increase, and so far they are, as the 48 is shoving the 12 good. The 24 has not given up on that inside lane yet. He's still trying to get there. James Jepson got the 31 of Stephen Connor there, and a good recovery for Jason Julian. I think he was caught up in something as Brad Felty is there. Looks like the 75 didn't quite get back to the field just yet. Let's check in with the owner and CEO of S&M Racing, James Smith, as we got Danny Shaw out of line. He keeps it straight going around here, working with Brandon Showers. Now they're going to split the 69. Just look at that. The speed difference when you get stuck in the middle. It is just the side draft that these cars create. It is hard. I hear somebody just blew up. It's sounding, and it's going to be the 33. He was pushing the 24 hard. He must have, oh, and Tommy Rogers is going for a ride. Tommy Rogers is going to get it. Oh, he almost got it stopped. He's going to hit the inside wall. That should shortly bring out the yellow flag. We should be in our caution window. The 33, I know. I could hear that thing blowing up. I think he was pushing. Yes, that thing is, you can see he's in neutral. He's trying to coast back to pit road. He must have got those temps a little too high there. Stephen Chun, he'll get his fast repair and get that thing going. Yeah, it is. That thing is dead. I could hear it. That's going around. I knew he was pushing that 24 for a while, and it finally got the temps too high as we go back up front with Trevor Haley still leading this thing. Michael Wiley pushing him. Jamie Shaw. You guys got to mix it up here a little bit. Give me some more to broadcast. Get that 84 car up front. It's been a while since he's led some laps. And here's the AWR crew. They're going to make a run at the inside of the 12 and 48. And the 31 is just about clear. He's going to lead this lap around with a huge push from Zach Cato as the AWR cars start to move forward. Now some people are starting to abandon the top line. You got some guys ducking out. Danny Shaw, the S&M crew up there, but it looks like right now Zach Cato's going to make a big move. He wants to lead some laps. He's going to get his teammate. You see the 24 gets clear. The 24 by a piece of paper gets up in there. Zach Cato wants to go to the front. He wants to get those AWO cars up there, and now we're getting some slicing and dicing. Now we're getting to, which leads me to think the yellow flag might be coming out here shortly because these guys are trying to get themselves in position for the next restart coming around. They come off of turn 4. The yellow flag is out. Sometimes it's just like real life with these stages. They're all good and calm until they know that there's something on the line here. Zach Cato and Kyle Cameron, another great move, getting to the front. They're going to have to check up for the pace car. We already bothered his teammate earlier, but now let's bring in the man himself. What a move there, Cato, to get yourself up front knowing the yellow flag was coming out.
Hey, man, do what you got to do.
Amen to that. Well, you got yourself and your teammate up there. Now pit strategy. Are you going to stay up there, or are you going to try to maybe shorten your next stop? I've seen that strategy come out a couple times tonight.
I'll talk to the teammates, see what they want to do, and I don't know. Me personally, I want to go in, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back to your team so you can make those decisions because you're already in 3 and 4. Good luck, buddy.
Oh, yes, sir. I appreciate it, Craig.
Yes, sir. Zach Cato in the number 6 machine. He's checking up. Kyle Cameron, another great-looking race car there. Some great paint schemes there. That pace car is crawling tonight. Looks like half the field had to check up and wait on this thing. Pace truck. James Smith likes putting on the truck just to throw me off because I'm used to saying pace car. Alex LeBeau still hanging around there in the 24. Jamie Shaw looks like he lost a couple spots from where he was running when that inside groove got going. But he is up 14 spots from his 21st starting position as they are all heading down pit road. These cars look great under the lights as you see Jamie Shaw turning into his box. He's about halfway down the front straightaway, gets it checked up. Zach Cato, Trevor Haley, Alex, all right there, all smooth getting in. One guy we've talked about, but we haven't had, maybe for the positive ways, is Nick Bauman. He's in. Ooh, Michael Wiley shortened up his pit stop. He gets out first. Zach Cato, Kyle Cameron second. This will be interesting on this restart to see how Trevor tries to get back to his teammate, while Kyle and Zach try to get back to themselves. They will be on opposite outside rows. You'll have the 48 on the inside of row 1, the 6 on the outside, the 55 on the inside of row 2, and the 12 on the outside. Trying to get to his teammate starting on the inside, so these guys need to swap spots if they want to get right back to their teammates. Good old pager out here, scaring me half to death, just randomly going off. Hopefully that wasn't too loud in anybody's ears. Hopefully it didn't pick that up in the mic. But if it did, I apologize. Let's see, we still got the lights on the pace car. We checked in with them earlier. We were just checking on them. Let's see if we can get the driver of the 8 car in here. In typical fashion, we were a little quiet through the first stage. If we're not leading, I saw you get caught up in some stuff earlier. Sitting in, looks like P11. It looks like it's difficult to get through the field tonight, Nick.
I was anything but quiet. I hit everything but the pace car in the first 35 laps.
Well, maybe you got to get up there for the next, at the stage break, and then you can get up there and hit the pace car. If you do, we'll make sure we catch it on the broadcast.
Yeah.
How was the tire wear the first run? It seemed like there was a lot of guys opting for 4 tires.
I can't even tell you. I spent too much time wrecking.
Yeah, I guess you don't get an accurate read of what your tires are when they've been locked up and sliding for 3/4 of a mile, right? So
Nope, not really.
we were checking in on the speeds earlier as the sun was up and it was hot. Now it's cooling down. The car looks awesome under the lights. He did a nice job on this nationwide car, but the speeds are increasing. It looked like Trevor was doing 205 heading into turn 1. With speeds that big, how do you find enough momentum to make a move without it kind of being kind of even all the way back?
Press the foot down as hard as I can and pray for the best.
All right, I like the idea. Well, it looks like you guys are getting ready to go on the back straightaway. Is there anything you need specifically to help get yourself up front? Is a side draft just as bad at Daytona as we've seen in the past at Talladega?
A little bit. You can kind of keep lanes a little bit even more here than Talladega, where it just destroys the bottom lane.
Yeah, it seems like the bottom actually has held up very nicely tonight against the top lane, especially if they can get the numbers going. I know the AWR crew has used that quite a bit to get themselves back up front. I was just telling everyone it should be rather interesting because the 48's on the bottom of inside row 1, the 12's on the outside. They've been trying to work together, and then you have the other teammates in the exact opposite position. So it should be interesting as Danny Shaw goes around from the big checkup. Might have to delay the green here to get him caught back up. I don't know what in the world happened there caused the checkup. You got 3 cars in the infield. But if not, good luck when you go back green flag.
All right, thank you.
And it looks like the lights are back out of the pace car. They're going to try to give them their time to get straightened back up. I'm not sure where that checkup started from. Could have been somebody trying to save fuel and clutching it. slow down. The one guy behind him might have been checking his text messages, Brad Keselowski style, maybe updating Twitter from the old jet dryer there in turn 3 and 4. Either way, they're going to go one more lap around, which gives us an opportunity to harass a couple more guys. Let's get the driver of the 5 up in here, Ricky Biles. Ricky, it's Craig in the booth. What's up, buddy? You got a copy, Ricky?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Well, tonight seems to be going a little better. You're not quite caught up in too many wrecks. It looks like you may have got a little loose, a little sideways, lost the draft. But, however, we haven't seen you upside down so far. You're sitting in P14, up 4 spots from where you started. It seems like it's a little tougher to get through the field tonight. How are you going to find your way to the front?
We're doing good, man. We're just kind of taking it slow and easy. Having a little bit of
Yeah.
issue the first 1,000 laps, but I'm just tiptoeing my way up there.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It sounded like you were having a modem issue, and you went out, got that thing swapped, hooked up, ready to go, and trying to work through the first few glitches here in the first 5 laps. But I haven't seen you blinking. I haven't seen anything going on with that car. It looks great under the lights, by the way. I appreciate you throwing the I see the logo on there now. That thing looks awesome out there on the racetrack with that bright orange. Hopefully we're talking and looking at it while it's doing a burnout tonight. What do you say?
Yeah, man, I'm all about it. I need a little luck.
Hey, you don't need luck. You got the skill. You just got to find the right lane to get going, buddy.
We appreciate you.
All right, buddy. Well, I can't quite tell what turn we're in. Let's see if we have any more time to bother anybody else. Let's go up here to the blimp, see if we can figure out what turn we're in. It looks like we're heading down the back straightaway. So let's see. No, we are not. We are coming out of turn 4, so we are not going to bother anybody else because they are about to take the green flag yet again. The green flag is out there in the Geico restart zone, and there goes Michael Wiley. He's going to go to the top, so we'll see what that does with the 2 teammates. The 12 is pushing the 6, not going to let his teammate up. He's going to push him out there, but Cato looks like he's going to drop to the bottom anyway. That's going to maybe, if he's got to get up there and side draft just like that. He does. The 48 tries to slow him down. He's going to hang on his quarter panel as the 12 gets to the back bumper. The 48 first. They're going to rock it out front and bring the 84 of Jamie Shaw with them. Looks like another Angry Wives Racing car in the 17. Yes, of Ryan Wilson is going to stick with his teammates down there on the bottom. They're going to try to get some momentum going. We see the 8 car. He said he's putting his foot to the floor. He's going on the bottom side. He's going to try to find as much progress forward as he can. Coming back around. Great shot here as the field goes by. We are going to go back to the old crank it up camera and let you listen to these things as they go around the track. Michael Wiley continues to lead. Well, we had a big move. We're going to switch cameras. Big save. Brad Felty's going to get turned in the back as a 1 car sideways. I'm not sure how many other people. Zach Cato with a big save. Big save. Big moment out of turn 4. Brad Felty's going to go around. We'll take a quick look at that. He, unfortunately, with all this chaos, it looks like he's trying to check up and move. He does not realize we just said it. Ricky Miles is sitting there. Brad Felty not paying attention to who's on his outside, still almost goes over right there. Looks like Ricky doesn't have too much damage. The sparks, the left front might be broken on the 5 car. He does not get involved with anybody else. Looks like it's going to be a single car. These guys are going to go down through the grass here. Oh, and they are going to find the bus stop. Yes, the left front is definitely broken on that machine. He's going to try to get it up out of the grass. He'll get it fixed. He has had a tough luck of it. Just one guy just not clearing himself before he gets back up there. As we'll go back to the lead. It looks like we're calmed down. So now we'll go back to the crank it up camera. As we saw the 65 have some issues on pit road. He'll get it figured out. But on the inside, Nathan Fryer on the 92, he is not giving up on the inside lane. He started his march forward with Alex behind him and the 31. But that S&M crew is hanging strong on the top. James Smith, look at that. You have Michael Wiley, Trevor Haley, Jamie Shaw, Brandon Showers, and James Jepson and James Smith all lined up on the high side. A bunch of guys that like to work together. Not all official teammates. However, they do a good job working together. And right there, too, the Angry Wives car are there. And Nick Bauman hanging out, trying to find his way back up front as the 92 makes a big move. The 48 is going to sit there on the quarter panel and try to hang them back. We have Mrs. Cameron up here in the chat. She says, hey, I'm here, I'm late. But yes, late is better than never. You guys have been out front. They're going to find their way back out front as the 48. Look how hard he is trying to work that side draft to hold the inside lane back. You see it pulls him back just a little bit. That is how the high side can dominate the top side. It's really dependent on that second car in line for the bottom to keep his car cool and take advantage of the momentum when they can get there, but also maybe crowding that top line up a little bit. See, they all go to the top right there. This is your time. You move up off corner exit. You try to side draft them to kill the run that they're going to have. The high side is a long way around the racetrack. They build more momentum up around the top of the racetrack. So they're going to carry a couple more miles per hour, and if you could get a good side draft on the car above you as they exit the corner, it will kill them all the momentum that they built on the high side, and you can really make that bottom line work. But if you stay protecting that double yellow, I don't know if you could quite get it done. You also need the second, third, fourth cars in line to also get up there and really side draft for you to help. That'll help pull some of the momentum back of the cars on the outside as the front two cars try to really drag your line forward. It's all a dance right here. You know, you really need the cars in the back to be aggressive with the side draft, really help break up the momentum, all the momentum that the outside line is trying to generate, while also the first few cars in your pack are trying to pull your lane forward. We're only on lap 51 of 125, so there might not be too aggressive now, but I bet you $100 later that it will be a lot more aggressive side drafting, a little bit of door checking as they go around this super speedway. Michael Wiley continues to lead. That 24 is pushing hard on the back bumper of that 92, trying to get them up there. Just quite hasn't been able to get it done. You see him in here. He's got to make sure he keeps that car cool. As there they go, and they get just a little loose. All that side force on the side. You see the 12 car get back to the bumper of the 48. They're trying to time it a little better. They are trying to get the run up off the corner for the longer straightaways. Ricky Miles is going to come up. He's probably going to go to the high side or the apron, but that could get interesting here as you're going to have these cars trying to squeeze down on each other. What a move by Ricky. He's just going to go to the apron, give their leaders the whole top of the racetrack. Awesome move, Ricky Miles, letting these guys continue to race it out, not getting in the way. Good job, Ricky. I'm sure the leaders will definitely remember that later on in the race as they continue to go around. Mike Wiley continues to lead this thing with Jamie Shaw and Trevor Haley in tow. Brandon Showers has gotten himself up there, and James Jepson hanging out in that blue and orange machine, S&M Motorsports. Another awesome looking paint job. So we'll go on board here, a little gyro cam, show you just how much these cars don't look like they're moving around that much without it being intentional, but they definitely do. Like we said, it creates such a wake in the air. You see these, the 24 falls back, the 31 tries to give them a shove forward. You'll hear the throttle inputs. Right here, the 13's laid back a little bit, but he will gain such momentum going around here because of the hole in the air right there. He's lifting. He's got to jump out of the throttle as they continue to build speed going down the back straightaway here at Talladega. When he gets clear, I'm going to judge that we have some green flag pit stops being ready to be made for that high side to ditch what they had going on the top. James Jepson, oh, we lost a little momentum as the outside lane starts to go. This is a great camera angle. This might be one of my favorites so far. You really see the banking in these corners here as Cameron's trying to push Cato up there. I'm sure they're probably going to try to get to the bottom. I'm sure that move to the bottom was very calculated by the leaders here, as you see the run that Kyle Cameron gives to Cato on the back straightaway. 204 miles an hour as they enter turns 3 and 4. Michael Wiley still out front of this thing. It's going to be interesting between the 12 and the 48 of who's going to have the most laps led by the end of this thing. As the 6 car going to try to apply the side draft onto the 12. If the 55, 17, and 6 could get this move done before it even go down pit road, it could put them in P1 before the pit stops are done. As you have some lap traffic coming up, it looks like Tommy Rogers is going to make his way down pit road, so something tells me these pit stops could happen very soon. Green flag pit stops, it should be interesting to make sure, one, who has taken tires during the race. Some guys choose not to, but it makes green flag pit stops very treacherous going around. Now we got to see as they pull ahead of the 48 and Zach Cato takes the lead, although the leaders are going to get a little bit of tow from the lap cars in front of them, going to make that pass on the outside even more difficult. But if they do clear the leaders, do they ditch Nick Bauman? Nick Bauman is riding behind them, trying to get in there. It looks like maybe now he said, I got to hurry up and I got to try to get to pit lane. There it is. There's the move. The 48, the 12 going down pit road. Let's see who gets checked up. 23 is coming to the line. Here comes the 8. He knew he's come down pit road, and all these guys get in great down pit road. Now it's going to be, does the 23 need to pit before the 12 here? Who's going to give up? Go down pit road here. Looks like the 23 is going to tap the brakes. He's going to slide in behind. He's going to get his box just fine. Bauman gets into his box. Very good. Michael Wiley, he's already done his services. Looks like a little bit of fuel, and these guys are back off and back after this thing. Is Zach Cato, Kyle Cameron, and Ryan Wilson, the 3 Angry Wives car, are out front. 1, 2, 3. We'll see when they make their way down pit road, as it looks like it's going to be this time. They are coming down pit road. Let's see if they can get from... Yes, they do. They get themselves down to, oh, he's doing it. Maybe we have a 65 mile per hour speed limit. Oh, we're glitching out. I don't know if we, oh my lord, a dang firehouse. Hopefully he didn't give himself a black flag. Maybe I'm mistaken on what pit road speed is here, but we'll see how these guys get themselves up and going. It looks like a splash of fuel for them, as well as Ryan Wilson looks like he has a good stop. They all dang near have identical stops. Kyle Cameron's actually going to get out first. We'll see how they blend in with Michael Wiley, who is coming through the trial now up to speed. Something tells me that Zach Cato and definitely Ryan Wilson might be in a little bit of trouble trying to get up to speed and blending back in with that pack. Here comes Danny Shaw. We'll see just how far. They got to stay down there until they exit turn 2. Now these guys need to shorten the gap up between them, otherwise, yeah, there it goes. They need to execute just a little bit better. They did a great job in and on pit road, but coming off, they got themselves spaced out a little too much. It's always easier when you're already doing 100 miles an hour to just give up that 10 miles an hour, let your teammates close up to you, rather than trying to do it while you're up to 190 miles an hour, because as you can see, Cato is starting to pull away from Tommy and or not Tommy, Ryan, and I'm seeing him gray. Somebody got slapped on the wrist. He must have been speeding down pit road, or he did not take enough fuel. He must have been speeding, so he decides to come and put 4 tires on the machine. So just as he makes his way to the front, having to make another unscheduled pit stop. He's not going to be very happy with that, but he's on and off pit road as Michael Wiley has cycled back to the lead, and the yellow flag was out. I must have missed the stage. I was so busy caught up in all the action. That is my fault. So let's just rewind and double check. Make sure we didn't miss a good battle coming to the line here. I was so busy with all the pit stops, I didn't even realize. Oh, it looks like the 12's just going to return the favor there. I was so busy with all the pit stops, I was not paying attention to how many laps to go on the stage there was. Well, that will definitely help out the Angry Wives car. They won't lose too much ground. Unless could it have been that Nick Bowman knew we were coming to the stage and got on pit road before the yellow flag came out? Oh, the 65 car is jumped. You can see all the sparks. The left front is killed on that machine. He's dragging bits and parts and pieces as the leaders come back down pit road. We'll try to get a look. Yeah, that car is crushed. He can't even turn that thing. He is just steering blind as Michael Wiley and the leaders come back down pit road. We'll see if Nick Bauman goes back down. No, it looks like he is staying out. So that looks like that could have been an intentional move to gain track position. Now he might have a splash less fuel than everyone else, but he's got his 4 tires. With the caution available to him, the only thing that would hurt the 8 car at this point is if somehow this stage stays green flag the entire way out. Looks like Brandon Showers is going to beat out the 12 of Trevor Haley. Kyle Cameron's going to make up some spots on pit road. And James Smith, Mr. CEO, is here. Now we'll go in. We'll bother the boss. He's the one footing the bill here tonight. Let's see if we can go find where old James, there he is. James Smith, how's it going, buddy?
What do you say, mister?
Oh, man, I'd say we need a little more action up front. We need to stop letting the 12 and 48 lead this thing, eh?
Well, I've been kind of staying in the back, and since we're getting towards the end, I'm going to start moving my way up towards the front. Hopefully I can stay up in front.
All right, so I didn't double check. I didn't confirm with you. I'm a bad broadcaster. I'm new at this. You got to put the yellow stripes on my broadcast symbol there. I got the rookie stripes. Do we have unlimited fast repairs tonight, or are we limited on how many we have?
No, it's unlimited, buddy.
Unlimited. All right, so that's 60. I think it was a 65 car earlier. We got to look at him just dragging sparks all over the track. It seems like the racing is tight. It seems like no one's really getting that big of an advantage out there.
No, it's everybody's staying kind of, side by side with each other. It's actually been a really good race, if you ask me. It's a lot of green flag racing, and hopefully we'll get some more action up as we're getting close to this end.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the cars are handling that bad, especially in the cooler temperatures. Those speeds have picked up. From some of the camera angles, it looks like you guys are just on a Sunday drive, and then we go and get into the cockpit views, and you see it's a lot more of a handful. We'll go check in with you in a little bit. Good luck out there. Hopefully we're talking to you in the top 5 at the end of this.
10-4, buddy.
The founder of the old S&M Iracing Motorsports, James Smith, done an awesome job getting everything started for all of us to come in and race. Hopefully tomorrow night I will be out of the booth. We might have another guy. We might just not do a broadcasted race. We'll go and see how everything works out. The lights are out on the pace car. I'm going to try to jump in my 24 machine. I'll maybe bring out the Eagles car and just try to rub that in Bauman's face. Hopefully they'll have already locked up their win tomorrow to advance even further in the playoffs, and I can bring out that Eagles car and maybe even put that in front of Nick Bauman as we cross the checker flag. But we'll see. It's the NFL playoffs, so anything can happen. I just had to go double check. I cannot believe what I am seeing. Just like I said, anybody could win on any given Sunday, just like in a race. It looks like the Commanders are up 45-31 over the Detroit Lions. I could not have seen that coming. I'm actually pretty shocked. The Commanders looked like an okay team. They didn't look like that good of a team, but I don't know what they did this week to prepare. But boy, they are putting it on the Detroit Lions right now. As we have this stupid thing come back up, we said it last night, James, Jepson, and myself worked hard on getting that thing. It likes to come up every 15 minutes. I'm going to be tearing this computer apart at the end of this to try to get rid of that thing as the pace car pulls off. Nick Bauman has finally got the 8 machine up front. Let's see if he can be victorious at Daytona. I know we call him Mr. Talladega, but he has struggled at Daytona as he's going to take the green here on lap 63. As you can see, we have got some 3 wide action. Big move there for the 24. These guys are going to start getting aggressive. We are more than halfway through this thing. We'll see if the intensity continues to pick up. As we go around, looks like Ricky Miles is by his lonesome right now. This could be intentional. Ricky said he's going to try to keep himself out of things tonight. He had a little bit of a frustrating run at it last night. This could be on purpose. He might say, you guys all wreck. I'll take all the track position here when we get towards the last 25 laps of this thing. And you're going to see the 5 car in victory lane tonight. And that is a very, very possible thing. As looky here, the Angry Wives team gets Kyle out front, but here comes the 8 coming right back on the outside. The 3 Angry Wives cars, you have a couple Dark Horse cars, a couple of the S&M cars up there. Brandon Showers, Damon Shaw, Alex is still hanging around the 24, the 31, the 75 has reemerged. There you go. That's what you need. You need Cato up there trying to pull that line back a little bit. Tommy Rogers is back in this thing as a top 10er under a blanket right now. They are, it looks like, all within 4/10 of each other, which is extremely close. You need a couple of those guys, Tommy and Cato, to start get on the door of the 12, so the 48 has a harder time getting to the bumper of the 8 because it does create a pocket of air between. As you see James Smith trying to get up there and get some things started, but the 8 is going to continue to prevail on the outside. I know the 48 is not going to stick behind him when it comes down to the checker flag. I know the 48 wants to put that thing in victory lane after the last few nights, but right now he is pushing the daylights out of him as we're reaching 203 miles an hour down the back straightaway, heading into turns 3 and 4. They're not being nearly as aggressive as they were towards the end of the second stage where they're hitting 205, almost 206 miles an hour. So let's go back and check out the old, one of my favorite cameras, the Crank It Up cam, as these guys go around Daytona. Oh, we got a big slide by Jamie Shaw. I don't know if he, oh my lord, he hangs on to it. That car was unbelievably sideways. We gotta go take a look at this save. Holy lordy, was that one heck of a move. The 39, I just don't think, I can't quite tell if the 84 was trying to come up or go down, but wow, look at the wheel input. Jamie's got that thing turned hard to the right, then he's got it turned hard to the left, the grass going all over the place. Let's back it up. Let's see if we could go inside the car here and watch his hands work, as he had his hands full in this machine. He's got it hard over right. He straightens back to the right, back to the left. What a incredible save. Downshifts trying to rebuild his momentum. Back up to fourth gear. What an amazing job Jamie Shaw just did to recover that car. We have a yellow flag out. I guess I should have waited a little longer. The longer race tonight is throwing me off of when we got our stage breaks and cautions. I'll get it figured out by the end of this thing, but one thing I can't promise is we will not miss the end of this thing, but what a save by Jamie Shaw. That was incredible. That might be the save of the week right there. That was fantastic. Well done, Jamie. Didn't hit a thing. Slid it through the grass at 190 plus miles an hour. Awesome job. So let's see these guys going back down pit road here. We'll give you a quick rundown of your top 10. Nick Bauman, Mike Wiley, Trevor Haley, Kyle Cameron still hanging around up there. James Smith up 26 spots from his starting positions in P5. P6 is going to be Ryan Wilson, Zach Cato, Brandon Showers, Alex in the 24, and Tommy Rogers round out your top 10, as it looks like we are going to get ready to go back down pit road. The 8 car continues to lead this thing. His pit strategy looks like, as of now, is going to work out. We'll see. He may have to take a little extra fuel on pit road this time. It may slow him down a little bit. It shouldn't hurt him that bad getting in and out of his box without losing too much track position. I know that's the exact thing he doesn't want. His 48 and the 8 are right there in the pit box, so that can make it difficult to get in and out of your box. It looks like Ryan Wilson slid too far out of his box. The 8, oof. It's a good thing these cars go ghost, otherwise there'd be a lot of wrecked race cars. The 8 comes out just fine. He's going to retake the lead in front of Michael Wiley. Kyle Cameron, Trevor Haley, Zach Cato, the AWRs continue to be strong. And then another guy who continues to be strong everywhere we go, no matter if we've gone to Talladega, Chicagoland, Martinsville, Bristol, Brandon Showers always finds his way up to the front of these things. He is a darn good driver. He is also very difficult to get around sometimes. I like to call him the Ryan Newman. You could get a run. He'll let you have the inside or the outside, but he will not make it easy. He will hang on to P1 as hard as he can with everyone else, as the lights are still on in the pace car. Let's check in. I think we have Ricky Miles going around getting his lap back. Yes, sir. Jamie Shaw spent a little extra time on pit road. He probably definitely needed 4 tires after that slide. Danny Shaw is in 14th position, as it looks like we still have at least 18 cars in this field. Yes, we do. We've had almost half the field quit. I'm not sure why we give everyone their spot back. Sometimes that's just Daytona. Guys don't like to wait around. Ricky, it looks like he needs to make his pit stop. So well, the lights are out on the pace car. Unless he's going to try to get his last lap back? I'm not sure. We are not going green. I just heard that. We are not going green. The lights are back on the pace car. Ricky needed one more lap back, so he's going to get that back, and the 5 car will be back in contention. Ricky, I'm going to try not to talk about you, because it seems like every time I put you on the camera, you have some bad luck after that. So we're going to let the 5 car go to work, because that's what he does. He never gives up. He'll be going to work on this thing. We got James Jepson right there. John Miles hanging around. He's been here several races in a row with us. It's awesome to have him in here. But let's bring in the guy who likes to steal my number if we can. Where is he at in our running board? The 24. I guess he's on pit road. He might be getting some service done. He's got the left side tires off. He's going to try to top off, but we're going to baller Alex. Alex, you've been up front the whole race, but you're in my 24 car. I'm going to need that back tomorrow. You've been up front all race. What's it going to take to stay up there, buddy?
Track position, man.
It seems like it's not quite as easy to pass as it is at Talladega out there.
And the car's getting too hot, bro.
Yeah, and that's impressive with the cooler temps. Maybe we got to do some tape adjustment on the setup as we go back. Well, you're in my number, but anytime anybody can put a 24 car in victory lane, I'm happy. So hopefully, I'm talking to you, watching the 24 car do a burnout at the start-finish line at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Alex Lebo in the 24 Exalta. William Byron-like scheme. He's been up front most of the night. We'll see if he can keep it there. Jamie Shaw is hanging back around. We should have went and stole Jamie Shaw after the save he just made. We'll make sure we get a a good chat with him because that save was incredible. As we get ready, they're coming out of turn 4. Coming back to the Geico restart zone, Nick Bauman is still up there. He's, I'm sure, going to try to get up in front of the 48 car here and rehook up with his teammates as they go green flag back at Daytona. And he does. He immediately pulls up in front of the 48. He's got his teammate now behind the 48 car, so it'll be interesting towards the end of this thing to figure out who's going to go with who. If the 48 makes a move, does the 12 try to make it 3 wide? Does he try to push the 48 by and pay back the 8 car who beat him the last 2 nights? It should be interesting as we're on lap 73 of 125. We should have one more stage break. I believe lap 90 should be the last stage of the race. If you check out any of the social medias, they will all be featured. Coming around, all the stage winners, the top 5 at the end of this thing, lap leaders, pole sitters, they all get their well-deserved credit on all the social media platforms, and I am continue to be impressed with the Angry Wives Racing team. They are persistent on trying to get that bottom side to work. If I had any suggestion, it'd be get up there alongside of those guys on the straightaway or in the middle of the corner and try to kill their momentum. Maybe at the end of the back straightaway here, if you go up, you side draft that 12 and 23, then quickly dip back to the bottom. That's how you can make up a ton of time on that outside because they won't have time to defend against you as you drive. Like, look, just you can see how much momentum. As the 48 gets the 8 a little out of shape there. That's going to let Kyle Cameron go back to the lead on the bottom. We'll see what Kyle does when they come back through here. The 8 car's getting down on his door. The best run. You can see just how much time you can make up on the bottom of the racetrack. You just need to get an efficient side draft working in the middle of the corner or at the beginning of the corner, then dive it all the way to the bottom. Keep that outside lane all the way up there against the wall. We'll see if they get that worked out by the end of this thing. We still have plenty of laps, 50 laps to go. Woo, Kato, working in there. Let's get some of these inside shots of these cars. Let's go back here. Let's check in with Ryan Wilson. Let's see how we're doing back here in the back of the pack. These cameras are awesome. Let's see the gyro cam. These cameras are awesome. We'll take you through the field here a little bit as Ryan gets a little out of shape. We're just going to let the cars do the talking here for a little bit. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me. So let's take you inside with the drivers. as we go around. You guys heard the drivers. They're working the throttle. They've got their hands full. The 24 is getting aggressive. He knows the laps are starting to go down as Michael Wiley's going to pull to the inside. What do we have here? He jumps back up in line. The 12 must have let him back in, but the 75 is making a big move. The one thing I did notice with the Angry Wives car, there is a very specific dance you need to do while pushing a car. You see Kyle Cameron's got it figured out. You got to ease into the guy in front of you. Once you latch on, then throttle down. Too many guys, they try to just take all the momentum and just hit a guy, shove him out, hit a guy, shove him out. If you can time it, it takes a lot of throttle control. I'm giving away some of our secrets here, but if you can time it just right, as it looks like the 75 cars jump to the lead, and William McKellar, he's cleared the outside line. Now, does he jump up? No, he's going to stay with Kyle Cameron, the 55. Good job coming up and trying to side draft the 8 car there, trying to slow him down. The 8 pushes them back down to the bottom. They're going to regain the momentum. But there's definitely a very fine dance. Michael Wiley and Trevor Haley are some of the best two at it. Getting to the bumper of a guy and just rolling into the throttle. You hear it here. He's going to back up, and instead of just slamming into the back of him, they'll actually get more of a latch on. The temps will climb a little quicker, but you'll get a much more efficient draft out of it. We'll see if they can get it going here. He's slowly closing the gap. Little nudge, staying close, entering the corner. He's going to back off. Let's see if they can get it going the back straightaway. Don't make a liar out of me, Michael. Michael's showing his nose a lot. I'm going to assume he's hot because he's trying to make some big moves. Probably trying to get a lot of air to that car. As they make a move back down to the inside, you'll see him close the gap here. A little bump. I have a feeling we're coming to some pit stops. The 48's going to try to keep him clear. We might be able to touch on that. Yeah, he's hanging the right side out. All the tape on these cars on the front of them are on the nose, on the left side of the nose. You see him lean in. There you go. There's a great shot of it. He more locks on and gives a push rather than constant beating in a back bumper. Much more efficient, easier to hang on to if you're the car in front and for the other. Let's see if we can show. We do have somewhere on here. Again, pardon me while I figure out the 925 different camera angles we have. It's hard to tell here, but you can see where the red tabs are, or where the tape is. Great shot right there. They're at the top, so that means that left side, what we're looking at, our right side is completely sealed up with tape, and then a little bit of the right side of that air dam is open. That is why you're going to see a lot of these guys hanging the right side of the car up, just like that, trying to get a little extra air into that car to keep the temps cool. That was a perfect example. Thank you, Michael, for making it look like I know what I'm talking about. You see the same thing with the 12 behind, trying to make sure that he's also keeping cool. A couple great shots here. We'll have to go back in the field with this one. This is a great camera angle. See, Alex LeBeau is about the only car on the outside here. Kyle's got, as here we go. We're going down pit road. We have several cars pulling in now. Let's try to make sure there's no chaos getting in. They get in smooth yet again. Usually, they give me a lot more to be excited about going on the pit road. There's usually tires sliding. There's guys sideways. There's a guy backwards. Tonight, they've done a great job getting on and off pit road. Which, again, the cooler temps might have something to do with that. You see the 12 car with a very short pit stop. He's going to get out from P3 ahead of everyone. And here's what's important. Trying to make sure there's not too big of a gap. You'll see here, he's holding 129. Now he's slowly going to start to increase. He's still slowly increasing, trying to make sure the 8 and 48, as he takes the outside, they close that gap before they get to the back straightaway. Now they accelerate hard and try to get going with 3 cars. We saw it earlier with the Angry Wives Racing team. They got a little too spread out coming off pit road, and then when they hit the back straightaway, they were slowing down to each other. It is much more efficient to try to make that time up when you're already at lower speeds, you don't lose nearly as much ground at doing it at 65 miles an hour than trying to do it up at 180 miles an hour. And you can just see the difference it made between James Smith and James Jepson were just a couple tenths behind them coming off pit road, but didn't quite get latched onto them or have the draft. And you can see just how much that sent them backwards. That's why getting on and off pit road is super efficient. However, they now have more cars in line. The Angry Wives team looks like they did a nice job this time getting on and off pit road. A little bit more efficient. They're closer together. Alex is right there. Here comes the one car, but this is also with the short pitting and making sure you get up to speed quick. You can see how big of a difference now. If the 24 can hang on to this pack, he should be able to latch on. The Angry Wives cars are together. If they can work with this team with only 3 cars in this pack, with the temps already being pretty high, it doesn't seem like they can push much. Let's see if they can run them down by the end of the stages. We have 2 laps to go on the stage, and we're set up again, just like the last 2 nights, coming to one of the stages or the finish. We have the 12 leading the 8. We'll see what he does this time if they try to put it to rest. You can see right there, he is just locked on. He's not beating the back bumper off that car. Now he's going to let the right side of the car get some air, try to keep it cool. Very important to do it that way as we are heading towards the last lap in the stage. You see the A car here. We'll see what kind of move he does or what the 48 wants to do. We'll see if Nick gives us one more example of that awesome technique that they use to push, really easing into the car in front of you and then getting on the accelerator hard, taking you up to full speed. He just pushed him pretty heavily, so he might not have his temps. He's still got the right side hung out. He might not have the temps quite cool enough to continue to push him, so here you go. He gets up there easily, latches on, and now the accelerator's down, and that's when you really start to build your momentum. He's pushing him through the corner. He breathing the throttle. Yes, he is hot. He is hanging that right side out. The temps are building quickly as Trevor Haley comes off turn 4. We'll see if he can get him yet another stage win here as they come to the tribal. Yes, Trevor Haley is going to grab another stage win here tonight. Nick Bauman and Michael Wiley. James Smith and James Jepson hang on to round out the top 5 as they finish, and we are heading to the final stint of this race. Another stage win for the 12 machine. He's been up front, getting it done all race. We'll see. We'll see if he can hang around. He did a great job in doing it last evening and making sure that he kept his car up front, as having some friendly bumping going on as they look to catch the pace car coming back around. He looks like he's telling him, no, quit hitting me. Shaking the car at him, shaking a fist out the window. You never know. He might be telling him he's number 1 in the rearview mirror there as they're coming back around to catch the pace car. When they get out of pit road, we're going to bring in the driver of the number 48 machine. He's seen this story one too many times, but now he's got 2 of his teammates locked in behind him. We got 3 S&M cars versus 2 Dark Horse cars. And you also have Brandon Showers and then the Angry Wives car where they're there with the 24. So this could get very interesting of who goes with who at the end of this thing. Ricky Miles going to finish getting his laps back. Again, that car looks so good, Ricky. Did a great job putting that thing together. Really appreciate you putting on the broadcast logo on this thing on the door. That looked cool. I haven't even done that on my own car yet. Thank you so much, Ricky. You the man for that. As the leaders are heading towards 3 and 4. I don't know why our scoring pylon. I just saw that. The scoring pylon is usually accurate. Usually have a great finish of that. Great shot of that. Good old Daytona banner here as we head back to pit road. And then we will bring in one of the S&M drivers of Michael Wiley. As your leaders head to pit road, you'll see here they quickly accelerate, and then they'll bring it down to the... We must have a 65 mile per hour. Yes, it must be 65 mile per hour. Speed limit is... Ooh. I don't know how accurate our graphics being on pit road. It seems like it's doing a good job on the racetrack, but on pit road, I don't know. I doubt he was doing 70 unless there is... I don't want to give away too many secrets, but there is scoring lines. You see them, the white line on pit road as the 12 gets off pit lane first. Ooh, James Smith makes up some track position. He gets up to P2. Along with Brandon Showers, Nick Bauman is going to fall to P4. Michael Wiley, P5. But before we get into giving you all the secrets on pit road, there is some points you can accelerate in there and not get caught speeding, but you have to know exactly where you're at. Otherwise, you are definitely going to the back of the pack. But let's bring in the number 48 machine, Michael Wiley. It's Craig up in the booth. You finished that stage P3, and I know you've seen this song and dance before you in front of you with the 8 and the 12.
Oh, yeah. We're all just kind of helping each other, being best friends at the moment. But you know how that changes on about 1 or 2 laps to go. So
oh, yeah. Everyone's being friendly now, but yeah, I bet I'd be willing to say in about 20 to 25 laps that won't be the case. Now, if you're sitting P3 and the 8 pulls out again on the 12, who are you going with? Or are you saying, forget the two of you, I'm putting the S&M car in victory lane tonight?
I've got a plan for that, but I'm not gonna broadcast it over the air.
I love it.
I hope I might be able to do from the last night's race.
Oh, there you go. All right, I'm hoping to see 3-4 cars come across the start-finish line where I got to look at it for 10 minutes to figure out who even wins. So I'm tired of seeing, even though they're my teammates, I'm tired of seeing them finish 1-2. So hopefully you S&M boys can do something to change the narrative here a little bit, and then maybe tomorrow night we can go back to Dark Horse because I'll be in the car. Maybe I put it in victory lane.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Of course, now it's going to be who can stay out of the wreck because all the give is gone. It's going to be all take from here on out. So
yes,
we'll see what happens.
It has been I give you that. It has been very, very tame so far. Well, we'll let you get back at it. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy.
I want to bring in one other guy. He's sitting down in here. I want to bring in Jamie Shaw. It's Craig up in the booth. How's it going, buddy? I wanted to bring you in real quick.
It's been going better.
I wanted to bring you in real quick. If you go back and watch the broadcast, dude, that save you had at the end of pit road to not completely spin. You were completely facing, waving at the fans on pit road, but to not hit anything and get that thing back going was impressive. What was it like behind the wheel?
Yeah, I was just hoping when it came back around I could keep it straight, so luckily it was on my side of the 50%.
Well, I tell you what, it looked awesome. I know it's not exactly the thing you want to have in the race car, but for the highlights, man, that is one for the history books. I don't think I've ever seen a car pointed so far to the inside wall and brought back before the entry of the corner. You got a bunch of teammates up
pretty
front.
quick.
Yeah, you got a bunch of teammates up front. I'll let you get back at it. You know, you're sitting. Where are you at? P6, 10th. There you go. So you're not far off from it. Good luck, buddy. Hopefully your luck changes here at the end of this thing.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Jamie Shaw in the 84 machine. Like I said, we saw that awesome save earlier. As we're gonna go back green flag racing, we have the 12 of Trevor Haley still out front. James Smith, Brandon Showers has moved up to P3. Nicholas Bauman, Michael Wiley, and Michael Wiley is your top 5. James Jepson sitting just outside the top 5 and 6 as we go green flag racing at Daytona again with about 30 laps to go. Quickly, the S&M guys get back up there with the Dark Horse guys. I don't know. Somebody needs to go with Brandon Showers. Brandon has been a good non-affiliate teammate. Somebody's got to bring him with him and stop ditching us. You got Jepson in the wall on the outside. I'm telling you, the intensity is going to start to ramp up here as Trevor Haley leads them down into 3 and 4. A lot of guys trying to get to the inside where they might try to hold track position. This is always a point where about 20 to go. Everyone likes to be kind and ride the top and hold their position and not give up ground. So you might see the leaders being kind to each other here for a little bit as they try to get it sorted out in the back of the field here. The 69, the 23. These guys need to start to get single file, otherwise that lead group of the front 8 are going to start to walk away from this. As Jepson is not content with staying in line. He wants to get moving. He went to the bottom. Is another big move by Jamie Shaw. Another incredible save. Man, if we had the All-State good hands of the race, spots are still going. Jamie Shaw's hands are all over that. My Lord, yet another wonderful save from the 84 machine. Wow. And look at that. Tommy Rogers up 25 spots from his starting spot. He's riding around in P8 right now, as it looks like that inside lane is going to try to make another run at it. They are not content staying here. They know track position is difficult to make up right now. And the guy who just had yet another incredible save, he's going to lead out. And there goes Danny Shaw. Danny Shaw's around in the back. Danny Shaw has spun. We will get a look at that here shortly. I know we'll be having a yellow flag come out. Now let's see. Let's see if the 48 and the 1 try to bring their driver up. Look at the push that Brandon Showers is giving him. He's going to make himself a friend in the 84. He's probably got too hot there at the end. The 84 is going to take the lead as we head to the tri-oval. The 84 is going to lead the 96 lap, heading to 97. I know we'll have a yellow flag. What does he do? Does he pull up in front of the 12 car? Brandon Showers, you know that car is hot. He was just pushing him for a long way around the racetrack. The 1 car hasn't got quite back to the 12 yet. He's making a run at it. I'm sure the 23 is still saying, I need air to this thing. It is boiling hot after the move he just made, getting Jamie Shaw up to the front. Trevor Haley resumes the lead. I am curious, at what point do the S&M boys leave that 12 car and go pick up Jamie on the bottom and try to pull him all the way to the front? As we continue to go around, Danny Shaw looks like he made his way onto pit road. Sometimes these cameras are too funny. As we here we go, we still have Trevor Haley up front. It looks like we got a little beating and banging back here. A couple fenders being touched, and it looks like a lot of guys are starting to ditch the outside line. They want to go forward. They know the outside line's the dominant line, but they also know if they want to move, they need to start to find extra room on the racetrack to make it happen, as we only have 6 cars in the high line. Now that second group of them, they have 9 cars on the outside. They're going to need to get some more cars on the bottom to get it moving. I know James Jepson, he's itching to find a hole there in the bottom lead as Jamie Shaw turns back under him, coming out of turn 4. Jamie Shaw and Trevor Haley at a dead heat coming to the tri-oval. It looks like Trevor Haley's going to win it that lap around as we come to 26 laps to go from Daytona. Jamie Shaw staying persistent on that bottom line. He wants to get the lead. I'll be curious to see if he gets the lead. Does he move up in front of the 12 and then try to protect the high side? But he will be ditching the guy who has helped him big time try to get there. The 69 needs to get in the back of the 23 here. The 23's hot. The 69 needs to help out and stay close to him and push him back up to the 84. The 12 car is going to clear. The 48 is almost clear, probably clear now, as you have S&M drivers 2, 3, 4, 5, Dark Horse 1 and 6. The Angry Wives car, they're a little spread out, but I don't even want to mention them, but I'm going to mention them. Don't put the bad juju on me. Don't say it's a broadcaster curse, but Ricky Miles, he has tried to stay out of trouble, and look at him. He is trying to find his way back up to the front. Good job for Ricky as we go back to the front with Trevor Haley leading. Jamie Shaw, that inside lane starting to fall apart a little bit. I don't think Brandon can keep pushing. He's a little hot as Zach Cato's going to move to the bottom. He's going to find the rest of his Angry Wives Racing teammates. And we'll see if the 34 and the 24 can also get down there. That'll really give them the numbers they need to start marching forward. It's really a big help if the third car in line can also. There goes the 24 and the 8. The 8 has moved down. The 8 said he has had enough of sitting here riding in 6. I'm going to the front. Now we'll see what the 12 car does as the 24 is given a huge shove out to the 8 car. The 8 car is going to take the lead. He's out of shape, and oh, there goes Bowman. There goes Cato. There goes LeBeau. Ricky Miles in it. Brandon Showers. Jamie Shaw. All getting caught up and turned down the front straightaway. Couple cars tore up. That'll bring out a caution. Zach Cato will go back to the front here, see who takes the lead, coming to the the yellow flag as they come out of turn 2. You got James Smith and James Jepson 2-3. Tommy Rogers survived his way through it. John Miles in the 69 likewise, and Kyle Cameron also gets through the wreck. The 75, they're just a little spread out. We'll go back and take a look at that when we go yellow flag here. I'm assuming it'll be, there it is, right here. Let's go back and we will take a look at this. Try to get a better look at this. The 8 car it's going to get a little upset from the push. The 24 gives up off the corner here. Nick gets a little far down. We'll probably get a push in the right rear of the 24. Nick is hanging on for dear life. Almost has it saved, but the momentum of the 24 is just going to carry him back into the side of the 8. And then from here on out, the 6 runs in the back of the 24. Jamie Shaw, nowhere to go. The 5 car starts to check up. The 75, I don't know what he was looking at the time, but the 5 was trying to give some room. That's going to turn these guys back in front of the wall. Big hit. The 23 is off the ground. He is on top of the 5 car. Going around. Ricky Miles, let's see if while he's on top of your car, we get, let's back it up a little bit. Let's see what the underneath, to see what kind of suspension the 23's got. Well, you can't really see much. I'm sure if we go back here, you'll hear the 5 car lift for the wreck that's happening. Right there, he's lift, and I just don't know if the 75 could see what was going on. Creates a huge stack up. I'm not gonna call it the broadcaster curse anymore. I can't do it. I'm not gonna put it on. No, I'll put it on myself. Ricky was just minding his own up there, but he's gonna have the caution to save him right away. As it looks like we're gonna have some leaders on pit road. Yes, they are. Here comes Trevor Haley, James Smith, James Jepson already in their boxes. John Miles is about to stop in his box. Kyle Cameron coming to his service here. Nick Bauman makes a big move. I don't know if you can really be upset with the 24 on that one. He was just trying to give you a big shot to get up front. It looks like a splash of fuel for quite a few guys. Looks like Bauman's going to make up some spots here. Maybe some guys in the back like Cato and Jamie Shaw, they thought tires were a little bit more worth their weight in gold here coming towards the end of this thing. As the beautiful Daytona Superspeedway, you see the lights on the flag stand. You see the flagman holding out here. The lights are on. The virtual fans are packed in. James, are we getting any of that ticket revenue for the sold out crowd? I don't know. I doubt it. As Trevor Haley comes back off pit road, we get some of these awesome shots around the Daytona Superspeedway. We'll check in live. The lights are still on in the pace car. I did find some other camera angles here that we're gonna spend the rest of the evening trying to look at here. We got the, oh, that's a great shot when the cars are gonna be up behind them. Look at Trevor Haley behind the wheel. You see him in his Buzz Lightyear suit. James Smith in there in his Adidas sponsored machine. James Jepson, he's got all kinds of colors over that thing. We need to get him in the paint booth. John Miles, Kyle Cameron, hit slightly different camera angle looking at the right front of this thing. These will be some great shots we'll play around with here as we get towards the end of this thing. But don't worry, we won't miss the action as they go around the track. Let's see what we got on Nick Bauman. Nick Bauman, another great shot here. Looking back at the rear spoiler as they get back going here. Trevor Haley, same thing. So some great camera angles. These cars look fantastic under the lights. They really do. Again, a huge shout out to Juan Escamilla getting us these cameras and all the overlays. If you guys are watching and want to be a part of it, go ahead and take a look at the S&M Discord. Oh, I see you now, Trevor. You wanted me to go back and take a look at that wreck and that move from the 8 car, but it looks like, well, we're only coming off turn 2. Let's see if I can find it quick. We'll try to make it happen. Well, I don't think we're going to have enough time, but maybe post-race we can go back and find it and take a look. We'll be somewhere in the ballpark. I have an idea where we are at. About 100, now we're 51 minutes into the broadcast. So we'll go back and we'll take another look at that, as we'll see how this all is going to show. Oh, my Lord. These dang things. And I'm going to get it again. You watch. I can't stand it. I'm going to tear this computer upside down. As it looks like we still have roughly 18 cars still in this thing, maybe 17. We're down to 16 cars now. Danny Shaw being the last car on the lead lap as we get ready to go green flag racing yet again from Daytona. This time we're heading towards the end of this thing. It's going to start to pick up the intensity even more as the green flag is back out as we are coming to 20 laps to go. Michael Wiley working the wheel here, trying to find his way back to the front. Nick Bauman in his Budweiser jumps fire suit with the Chase Elliott helmet on his car as you go. It's not all bright around this track. You can see the flashes. That's the drivers going past all the lights here. Go on board with James Jepson, James Smith, Alex LeBeau is in the, oh yes, the ever so awesome 24 paint scheme and the fire suit. You know I'm partial to that as we'll go back to the front here. Oh, we got one around. The 69 is going around. Oh, another big hit. The 24. Oh, my Lord. Some really big hits there. The 24 is in it. The 6 is in it. 24 is in it. The 6 of Zach Cato's all tore up. Brandon Showers likewise. John Miles also got turned around there. We're going to have a caution. We're going to bookmark that right here. Make sure we get a good view of that. Let's go back out front here. That was not Michael Wiley in it. That was, I believe that was just Cato's car we saw. The green machine taking one heck of an impact there. As they work through turns 3 and 4, we may have to wait another lap or two before we get the yellow flag. With a smaller field, they might get it right away, but we will see. We won't get it this time as Nick Bauman continues to work his way forward. Trevor Haley, James Smith, James Jepson. Keeps throwing me off, the two Jameses. Nick Bauman, Michael Wiley, Jamie Shaw, Kyle Cameron continues to hang around the front. This could be the night that he gets his first S&M win. Tommy Rogers, he's stole a couple, so if there's anybody to follow or take a push from, it could be Mr. Sneaky Man himself, Tommy Rogers, as they work their way back down the back straightaway. Those guys should be on and off pit road. They should have their service ready to go. James Smith takes a look to the inside. He thinks better of it. He's going to stay on the top side behind Trevor Haley. as they come through turn 4. There's the yellow flag. So let's go back and let's take a look at what happened here. 69 looks like he's going to be up in the wall. That's going to kill his momentum. Cato has absolutely nowhere to go. He's actually going to hit the right rear of the 8 car, makes it through. Jamie Shaw also gets a piece of it. And the carnage just continues. The 23 just avoids hitting Ricky Miles. And then the 24 is going to come up, and Cato is going to get just absolutely pounded right there by the 24. And somehow it looks like Ricky Miles may have gotten out of this thing without a scratch. It's about time. His luck needed to change. Cato, though, this car is... I'd say it would be time for a backup car if we didn't have... Oh, man, that's one heck of a shot. If we did not have fast repairs on, he would definitely need some TLC. The right front is broken on that 24 car. You can see it dragging those sparks coming out of that thing. Cato is probably going to have a whale of a time trying to get that thing down pit road. Yeah, it's just turning to the right. He may have had to tow to get that thing down pit road. So we'll go back live to the leaders here as we are under caution. We are under 20 laps to go in this thing. As they come down pit road. Several guys stopping in their box. Looks like everyone, for the most part, is fairly clean. No one's overdriving their box. We'll see if the 12 slides the tires. No, he's being very cautious. He doesn't want to go to the back. As he gets a splash of fuel, he's taking off. He does not want to lose the track position there. I don't blame him. The 8 car, his teammate, is going to be right behind him. Michael Wiley, James Jepson, James Smith, Ryan Wilson, Jamie Shaw, William McKellar, Ricky Miles, there he is, riding P9. Kyle Cameron loses a couple spots on pit road. He may have gone and taken his tires. Got that out of the way now, so he's just on fuel strategy later. Tommy Rogers, Danny Shaw, and the number 5, Harley Davidson. John Miles gets back going. Alex LeBeau in the 24, he finishes his pit stops. Brandon Showers also coming off pit road, and Zach Cato is making up his laps. That looks much better this time around, Cato. There's a lot more sheet metal on that thing. So they'll get them all caught up. The lights are off in the pace car, so he must be back on the lead lap. It looks like they're getting ready to double him up here as they get back going. For the end of this race, we are coming down to it. These guys have been very calm so far. We have had very few wrecks. We've had some great saves. We've had some close moments. But as far as big wrecks, that was probably the biggest one we've had yet. We haven't really had anything real crazy at this point. But we're coming to the end of it, so don't count anything out just yet. Something tells me that is not the last crash, or probably the most spectacular crash we will have by the end of this thing. As they get ready to come down, the pace truck pulls off. We're going to have the 2 Dark Horse cars, 1 and 2, 3 S&M cars, 3, 4, and 5 as they take the green. Jamie Shaw not far behind us, and Ricky Miles is sitting in there, so the S&M cars are looking poised to make a run out of it. The 8 car is going to stay up. Who does the 12 go with? He's going to go up in front of his teammate. James Smith is going to go with the 48. We'll see what Jepson does if he gets clear. The 12 now leaves the 48. He's going to be working both sides of the traffic here, maybe trying to keep his line up there, but the 48 is getting a huge shove from James Smith, Mr. CEO, and look at that. Ryan Wilson is going to try to follow him through. The 8's pushing the 12 with everything he can to try to get momentum back built. James Jepson still on the high side, but the numbers are with the low line right now. But now, we'll see what happens here. James Smith and Michael Wiley go to the top lane. That's going to pull the 12 and the 8 and the 13 and the 5 right back with them. Now the numbers are with the high side. So we'll see if Ryan Wilson in his new ride tonight. The new number 17 Angry Wives racing car can get himself poised to get up there. I would just be curious if that inside lane does get moving, who is leading it and who jumps out of line. Who jumps up and throws a big block onto the outside lane as they're now hitting well into 204 miles an hour getting into turn 3. The speeds are just going to pick up. The intensity is going to pick up. Yeah, most of the field right there. The 69 trailing a little far behind. I don't know if he'll have the draft. We're going to need some more help on that bottom line as we come to 12 laps to go. I think the top 5 or 6 right now will be content staying in the high line until the final 2 to 3 laps, if not the last lap before they want to make a move. They know that the high line's pretty strong right now in these cooler temperatures where their positions should be fairly safe if they could clear. But however, Ryan Wilson says, I'm not giving up. He's got the 75 of William McKellar behind him. The 48's going to come down side draft. The 75 needs to get up there on his quarter panel and get up there as Ryan Wilson takes the lead. Now what does he do? Does he get up there and throw a big block on the 48 car on the high line and jump in the high line? No, he's going to stay bottom, but he's going to lead this lap around. James Smith might be a little high on his temperatures. He's not able to push the 48, so I wonder if that's going to pull the outside line back a little bit as we have just about the same amount of cars on the bottom, so it's going to be who keeps their temps in check and who can push the longest. Also, what line from the 3rd or 4th car back can side draft the outside line to really try to pull those guys apart? A lot of momentum gets generated from the 3rd and 4th car in line. If you can start to slow them down, it will kill the outside line right there as Ryan Wilson motors himself to the lead. Turn 4 as we are coming to 10 laps to go. He's lost his help. He better throw a block, but he thinks better of it. He knows he's going to get run over. He's only doing 190 miles an hour as Michael Wiley's doing 196 miles an hour. I believe we had an incident further back in the pack. Cato, no, it seems like everybody's going. The 24 is by himself, so we'll keep it up front. It's as Michael Wiley is back out front with his teammate James Smith behind him, the 2 Dark Horse boys right behind him. But then this could be who it all comes down to right here. James Jepson, the 5th place car. If the 2 Dark Horse boys pull to the inside, does he go with them? Does he go with his teammates and try to advance his position forward or take the win? It'll be 3v2 wherever they go, and then look who has showed up. Brandon Showers is also P6. It depends on where he goes, what line he wants to go with, as we are on 9 laps to go from the Daytona Super Speedway. We'll try to give one more break in here. Let's go back to crank it up, Cam. Let's get some noise of these things going around at full song. Oh, so we got a crash here. Looks like Brandon Showers is going to go around on the inside wall. He takes a hard shot. We'll get a caution out, so this is really going to make it interesting. But as they come to try to take the yellow flag, Ryan Wilson's going to take one more shot at Ricky Miles, and Tommy Rogers is going to try to get there, but it's not going to be quite enough. But that'll give them a great starting position for these final few laps. We will only have a handful. We might have a natural green-white checker by the time this thing gets back going again. We do have 3 green-white checkers in the bank. Brandon Showers took that hard lick to the inside wall. Let's go back and take a look and see how that one happened. While we were under yellow flag, oh, it looks like the 69 is already going to be around. So let's go to John Miles. Let's see here. He's going to be, oh, I believe that was the earlier wreck. Unless, no, we, I believe this is it. Maybe. We'll take a look. Let's see here. He's in the outside wide. No, this is the Cato wreck earlier. We had that queued up. We messed that up. We'll see if we can go back and try to find how Brandon Showers went around and hit the outside wall. There's just so many things going on my activity log. There is something literally every 10th of a second that pops up, so things get buried quickly. Sometimes it can be hard to figure out what has gone on. It says the 24 machine has got caught up in something. Maybe this is going to be... Nope. It just makes an oops while under caution. So we're getting closer. Brandon Showers in the pits. Let's see here. Sometimes it just doesn't give us an option to go back and look at some of them. For some reason, it does not call them wrecks per se. I don't know why. There's the yellow flag in our logs. We'll go back live to Michael Wiley coming down pit road. We'll see if we could try to get that one queued back up. That was... So they come down pit road. Let's see if this is our crash here. Yes, it is indeed. Here, all right, let's go here. Let's see if we can find the 69 machine and get this thing queued up just right to see exactly what happened. Here's John Miles. Let's move him up. Let's rewind this back a little bit. Nope, this is going to be the same wreck as earlier. It's going to do it to me yet again. Yep, same wreck as earlier. All right, well, it's not categorizing the last one as a wreck, even though we saw Brandon Showers kill the inside wall. And look at that. Some pit strategy here. Ryan Wilson, Nick Bauman, Tommy Rogers, Kyle Cameron, and Will McKellar. Your top 5. Ooh. Zach Cato. Michael Wiley, James Smith, Ricky Miles, and Trevor Haley. Your top 10. So, wow, the top 5 switches it up quite a bit. The lights are off on the pace cars. We are going to take the green flag with only 5 laps to go. We do have the green-white checkers ready in the back pocket if we need them. The 55 is going to be pulling over. Okay, they were going to get their lap back, so they're going to fall back. That makes a little more sense of how everything got so turned around. So James Smith, Michael Wiley are going to be right there. They're going to the back of the pack. They just got their laps back, so they cannot start up front. That is the rule. If you get a free pass and your black flag cleared at S&M, you do have to start tail end, but luckily you aren't trapped laps down by the end of this thing. So, Nick Bauman, Ryan Wilson is going to be the front 2 to take the green flag. The flagman's got his flag ready. They're in the Geico restart zone. They're starting to accelerate, and there we go. We are back green flag racing with 5 laps to go from Daytona. The 48 is all over the back of the 8 car already. Ryan Wilson's going to stay down with his teammate. I think his best move was to try to get up there in front of the 8 as the 8 rockets by the 2 of them. Now, can Tommy Rogers get back to Ryan Wilson's bumper before that outside line can get moving? But 3 S&M, 4 S&M cars are getting ready to line up on the high side. That is not what you want to see if you're Nick Bowman. If you look a little further back, James Jepson is even on that line. So you have 5 of the admin team, the S&M cars. They are lined up, ready to... I have a good feeling that they might not stick right on the door of that 8. That 8 has won a lot this week. Or this, I should say, for the last 6 weeks. They might pull out as you see Trevor Haley jump up and try to split up the admin team a little bit. He's going to get behind Jamie Shaw on the outside lane a little further back, so that'll break up the S&M cars a little bit as James Jepson scrapes the wall coming through 3-4. Now Trevor Haley's going to go to the bottom side. He does not want to ride there with the admins. He knows he needs to get up there and try to break that up as Ryan Wilson's going to get up there and give Trevor a big shot. Trying to go down the back straightaway. As they head into turns 3 and 4, that inside lane's going to need a little bit more help. Jamie Shaw is hanging down a little bit. Got to try to hold them up. As the 48 shows his nose, he stays in line. As we come down to 3 laps to go at Daytona. Nicholas Bauman out front in the 8 Nationwide car. Michael Wiley riding P2 with James Smith and Ricky Miles and Jamie Shaw. James Jepson has gotten line behind his teammates all on the outside, all S&M cars. You see them, they all have the same logo. They are all poised to work together to get the job done tonight as they enter 3 and 4. Ryan Wilson still shoving the 12 car going down the back straightaway, and Tommy Rogers is hanging tight on his bumper, trying to move them forward. Now the big run for the 12 car. Can he keep the momentum up out to turns 3 and 4? That high line just gets such a big run as we come to 2 laps to go at Daytona. The 12 now drawing even with the 8 car coming through the trioval. He's going to fall back a little bit. The 17 is going to need to cool his temps. Tommy Rogers is in the middle 3 wide. We'll see what kind of moves that puts in. The 69 is going to try to tuck in, and that's going to bring a wreck. Oh, a spectacular crash. Oh, my. Danny Shaw's up and over. Airborne. The right front is tore off of that thing. Let's go back. Kyle Cameron, unfortunately, gets in that again, but we are coming to 3 and 4, so we will probably see the yellow flag this time. Does the 48 stay in line or try to get himself in a better position for the yellow flag? The yellow flag is out. We are going to have overtime at Daytona. As we go back here, we saw it live. You can see the 34 kind of slides up the momentum of the 69. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. The 69's momentum is just going to carry him into there. It looks like he's trying to back out of it a little bit. Tommy thinks that he's backed out enough. It just isn't quite enough. And it is going to turn the 34 in front of the tail end of this field. And it is going to lead to one heck of an impact for the 5. You see it there, the 69, the 5. The 5, good thing the catch fence there, even though he's halfway through it. But, oh, man, there's parts going up and over. He is fully on his lid. That is one impressive crash here for the 5 car. We'll have to give him some time to probably re-get his thoughts together after that because his brain is probably scrambled. We'll get a live on board. He probably doesn't even know this impact is coming from the inside. He's going to see him get turned down here, and you're probably going to see him try to get up closer a little to the wall. Yeah, I mean, that tells a story. You don't see much. You just end up upside down. As we're going to go back live, it looks like the 8 is rolling around. He's waiting on the pace car, so we do not have many takers going down pit road. It looks like Ricky Miles has decided that, oh, I can't tell, is he damaged? It looks like he's got a little bit of damage. I didn't see him get involved in that. He also might not have quite enough fuel for, oh, there you go, Ricky, you got it all slid in there that time. Great stop. He might also think that he needs a little bit more fuel. He thinks we're probably going 3 green white checkers. These guys might be gambling again, we'll try to see their last pit stop. It gives me blue bubbles. That does nothing for me, Mr. Graphic. It looks like it has been a while since Bowman has pitted. Michael Wiley and Haley pitted a little sooner, if I'm reading that graphic right. It does not help me at all. Not sure. We're going to have to figure out and work on these graphics a little more. But so be it. As the lights are out in the pace truck, boy, did we lose some lights going on turn 2? It is dark back there. And that camera angles. The car's still looking great. They're getting a little dirty now. You see all the white fronts. They've done 125 laps around Daytona, and now they have a little bit more to deal with. Nick Bauman out front, the 48 on the outside. He works well with the 12, but the 12 is a teammate to the 8 car. We'll see how that works. The 1 is a teammate to the 48, and here to spoil the party still is Ryan Wilson. He's still hanging around. He's surrounded by S&M and Dark Horse cars, but not too far behind. Zach Cato and Tommy Rogers, 2 teammates of his. And the dark horse in all of this could be Alex LeBeau. Who does he go with? Does he want to go towards the front and make a move and push somebody on by as we get ready? They're coming out of turn 4. We'll get ready back for the green flag. Again here, the pace truck will pull off. We will have a green-white checker. If they have a wreck, they will try to throw it as soon as possible. You can see the fire rolling out of the exhaust pipes as these drivers start to downshift and get this thing ready to fire as they approach the Geico restart zone. The 8 car's in it. He's taking off. He's going. The green flag waves. We have 2 laps to go from Daytona. So far, the 8's going to stay in line with the 1 car. The outside lane hasn't quite got going just yet. They're both going to move up. They're going to leave the bottom open for Ryan Wilson, who could just steal this thing. I know those guys are chomping at the bit to finally beat Bauman. They might just do the same thing he did to them. The Trevor Haley the other night, push him out just like this, and then turn under him going into 3 and 4 or the tri-oval. We got to wait and see as we are heading to it. We might have a crash in the back. It sounds like we might have one around. The yellow flag is out, so we will continue to go into overtime. Let's see what it looks like. What William McKellar has gone around again. Let's see what happens here. It's hard to tell. Hold on. Let's try to get just a better camera angle. Some big shots. Tommy Rogers involved. Come on, cameraman. Let's get something better. The 24, the 23 are trying to make a move to the inside. I don't think the 24 was quite clear. Takes up 3 or 4 of them. The sparks are awesome. So we will have yet another green-white checker here. As these guys, the endurance test continues. Let's go ahead and bring in your leader. I know his heart rate's got to be through the roof. Nicholas Bauman, your second green-white checker. Whew! The action has picked up the last 20 laps. How are you going to keep that 8 car out front?
I'm not.
I love the confidence. You do have quite a few cars with the letters S and M on the hood right behind you.
Well, that's not my biggest problem. My biggest problem is how much fuel I got left.
Oh, see,
it's not enough.
Oh boy, we just talked about that in the broadcast. Who has enough? We saw the 24 and the 6 top off. Last stop. It looks like you're leaning your way into pit road. Is it a fake out? You gotta go. It's a lonely road. It's you and 3. Well, we'll see what kind of moves you can pull. We call you Mr. Talladega for a reason. We know we're at Daytona, but it just goes to show how good you are on super speedways. Good luck. We might have yet another green-white checker, so you still might be the steal of this.
Yep. Thank you.
Not too optimistic. Nick Bauman as James Smith, Mr. CEO, is leading this thing. The lights are out in the pace car. He's got quite a few teammates right there. He's got a teammate in the 48, the 84, and the 13. The 12 car is going to need some help. The 5 is right there as well. The 12 might need some help. Those Angry Wives cars might be his only shot to get this thing done. We know the S&M guys are going to be working well together here, coming to the end. As we're going down the back straightaway, and look at that. I don't want to say it, but I'm saying it anyway because I know I have the confidence in the drivers. Ricky Miles has made his way up to 7th. He also could be the car that decides. If there's 3 cars in each lane, where does he go? Where does the 6? Where does the 55 go by the end of this thing? The lights are off. We're going to our second green-white checker. I assume we have 3. He was talking about messing with guys and maybe putting a 4th just to really make them think about their fuel strategy. I think we kept it at 3 for tonight, but just like you all, we'll all figure it out as we go green flag. We might not even need the last one. This could be the last green-white checkered of the evening. The 48 scrubbing up his tires, making sure the marbles are off. I like to mess with these guys. I love leaving marbles on the racetrack and making it a little crazy, especially on restarts. That's just me. It makes it interesting sometimes for the top lane. Got to get it cleaned off before you go. But here we go. Green-white checker. We are coming to the finish of this thing. Another shot at who takes home the glory at Daytona as they approach the Geico Resort Zone. James Smith starts to accelerate. Can he get up there? He's going to leave Trevor Haley immediately and get up in front of the 48 car. Now what does the 84 do with the 13? Does the 84 try to lit the 13 up? Or no, Cato's not going to have any of it. Jamie Shaw looks like he was going to try to leave a gap and help out the 12, but he also is going to keep his nose in there as they come out of turns 1 and 2. The sparks flying. You see some guys in the wall. Man, that part of the racetrack is dark right now. We need some more lights over there, Mr. Daytona Groundsman. as the 24 is going to bounce off the wall. They're stacking them up. The 48 is shoving the 1 car out there. He has got help and a teammate and a blocker behind him in the 84, but the Angry Wives cars are sitting in a great spot. Nick Bauman, Mr. Talladega, we said he knows how to get it done and slice and dice. He's making his way up there. Does he try to pass the 12 car and then get down with him? He's going to make a 3 wide with the Angry Wives racing cars with the 12 car in the back. 3 wide and 3 and 4. Cameron's trying to give him as much room as possible. He's going to scrape the outside wall. Tommy Rogers, a horrible net code, but we are on the final lap, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter. We cannot throw the caution, unfortunately for these guys. But here comes Zachary Cato on the inside. He's got a big push from the 12 car. The 48 is laying on the back bumper of the 1 car. Zach Cato's going to have the lead as they come to 3 and 4. James Smith on the outside. Zach Cato on the inside. The 48's bobbing and weaving. Can the 12 car stay cool enough to get him there? As they come to the finish, it's going to be James Smith going across the line with a great run for Michael Wiley and Zach Cato coming to the line. What an awesome finish for those guys. Great job, everyone. Great finish. James Smith, Michael Wiley, Zach Cato, Trevor Haley, Jamie Shaw, your top 5 tonight. Well, Mr. CEO gets it done tonight. It's been a while since we've had him in victory lane. James Smith is here. He's your victor after almost 130 laps at Daytona. Congratulations, buddy. Oh, we are having issues hearing James, your winner. He may have celebrated too hard. We're going to throw him back down, and we'll try to pop him back in here in a little bit. James, we got a copy this time? We do not have a copy of James Smith. He must be celebrating with his team right now. A burnout for the 1 car coming to the finish line here. What an awesome job for him. Let's see if we can pull in his teammate Michael Wiley here, P2 finisher. We'll go back and try to get James. Michael, well, you guys got it done. You beat the Dark Horse guys tonight. A great finish. Zach Cato making a move on the inside. Congratulations on the P2.
Hey, I'll take it. I knew once Nick had to pit for fuel, I knew that set us up pretty good right there.
Yes, you had quite a few S&M cars right there.
Oh, yeah. I seen Trevor pushing somebody hard. I was yelling at James to side draft him, and as soon as he went down there and side draft him, it just sucked him back, and we went on by. That was awesome.
That was awesome. You're going to have to tell our winner. I could not hear him in Discord, so I'm going to have to pull him back in a minute. Congratulations on the P2. Sounds like he blew it up doing a burnout, so hopefully we'll get to him in a minute.
Awesome.
All right, let's bring in P3 tonight, Mr. Zach Cato. Zachary Cato. You get it done tonight. P3, I thought you had him there on the bottom. Man, that was close there at the end. What else did you need? I think you had one of the best pushers in the garage, shoving you with everything he had coming to the finish line.
Yeah, I was when I saw him coming, I was like kind of determined when to make my move. I think I made it a little too early. I could have waited till he was a little closer, but it's all good. No, I appreciate him pushing me. I always look for those guys for help and help them when I can. It was a good race.
It was. It had a lot of action in this one. It was fairly tame. We didn't have too many wrecks, so it seemed. Coming to the end of this thing. Congratulations, great P3 finish there. Good job supporting the Angry Wives team. You guys were up front quite a bit tonight between yourself and Ryan Wilson had a great race, debut race with you guys. You guys led some laps. Good job tonight.
Absolutely, Craig. I appreciate it. Good job up there in the booth, man.
Thanks, buddy. All right, P4 tonight is going to be Trevor Haley. Trevor Haley, we saw you shoving the daylights out of Cato there at the end. What else did you need there? He thinks he made his move a little too early coming to the line. I don't know. That side draft really took effect. What else did you guys need to get up there and push that 6-car by?
I don't know, man. I knew I was in trouble when James went up there on the start and left me by myself. So
you fell back, but I give you credit, man. I don't know at what point Cato got in front of you. I was trying to keep track of everything going on. We had 3 wide. We had some guys turning, a lot of guys advancing positions. but I could tell you from what it looked like, his hands were full coming to the line.
Yeah, he jumped down the back straightaway, and I was just pushing, and then they side drafted coming out forward, and it just killed all momentum. But we had a good run going.
It seems like a lot of guys tonight did not get the side draft from the bottom. They did not go up and get the outside lane leading into the corner and then diving off to the bottom. Do you think that was the only thing that may have given you a better chance getting to the line first?
Oh, man, I don't know. That top lane's just so dominant. It's hard to pass with the side drafting.
It is. This track is very narrow. Well, congratulations. Not P2 tonight. P4. So you got a little more work to do, but the average finish is looking good.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and Jamie Shaw. Jamie Shaw is our P5 finisher. Well, Jamie, the luck turned around a little bit tonight.
Yeah, managed to stay up in the front there. I kind of got side drafted it off my teammates there, but we held the top 5.
Held the top 5, coming to line 3 wide with the 12 car, actually. I love the do it for Dale banner at the bottom. Hopefully this is the start of the turnaround you need. You've always been a dominant driver, being up, battling for wins. Now we got to get Kevin Dixon up in here. That man had a bad streak going. We hopefully ended yours tonight. Hopefully we can end Kevin's tomorrow. Nice job on the P5 finish.
Yeah, well, I'll see what we can do.
All right. Well, we'll see here if we could get Mr. James Smith back in here. James, do you have a copy? We had you earlier. I see your mic is illuminated, but I cannot hear you. I don't know if we can hear you on the broadcast. Hold on. Give me a second. We'll see.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
There he is. We now got our winner. CEO James Smith finally gets it done again after a long race at Daytona. What does it mean?
Oh, it was a lot of fun tonight, man. That's what I was telling Michael and everybody. Just a lot of green flag racing tonight, and couldn't be more happier, man. It turned out great. Big shout out to old Mike Wiley for helping me get to the win. Couldn't done it without him. Had a great race tonight, man. I thought it was a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, it looked good. It looked like it was fairly clean for the most part, coming all the way to the end of this thing. Anybody want to give some shout outs to besides Michael Wiley?
I got to give a big shout out to my wife for putting up with this and letting me do this every night. And big shout out to S&M's family, man. And you up here at the broadcast, you did a hell of a job tonight. And everybody just showing up tonight.
Awesome, man. Well, I want to give a shout out to everyone who hung around in the comment section also, and the angry wives hanging around there with us. I got to get rid of these dang ads that keep popping up. They're driving me nuts. I'm going to have to harass Jepson after this. But great job. You were up front all night. I told Jamie, it seems like maybe we put some of those demons to rest with Jamie. Now we just got to get Kevin Dixon up there and get him a solid finish because he's struggled tonight. But strong turnout for all the teams are represented here in the top 5. We had Angry Wives, S&M. Dark Horse, the only one we were missing is one of them S&T cars, but I think they got caught up in a little last lap chaos. But congratulations on the win. Good job, buddy.
Craig, thanks, buddy. We appreciate you, bud.
All right, well, that should do it for us this evening. Make sure you go check out all the other links on the YouTube. Got Tommy Rogers Highline Racing. Evan Perry's away at a wedding right now. Shout out to the SMT Racing guys. They're at 7:30. They got a big championship race coming up. Ready to rock and roll here in a couple weeks. We'll be broadcasting that for them. I might even be able to do just one of their exhibition races tomorrow if Evan's back in time. But make sure you check out all those playlists. If you follow us along here, you'll totally get where Tommy Rogers is coming from. We got to give a big shout out to the Angry Wives team, the S&M team, working together and chat. And well, since we are past the midnight mark, well, rest in peace, TikTok, if we have any TikTokers out there. It seems like it ain't going to be working no more. We'll see in the next few days if that gets all turned around. But until then, we'll still be here. Check us out. We'll be up and going again. We'll hit that like, hit the subscribe. You'll get the notification when we go live. Thank you again to our sponsors, D&D Graphics. They did an awesome job. All those S&M cars you saw tonight, all painted by him. If you want to get something done by and a paint job made, check out our Discord. We'll get you in touch with Ricky to get it done. Big shout out Ricky Miles as well for getting Yet another great finish, running up front, coordinating the paint jobs. He's got another broadcaster lined up, so when I want to jump in the race car, you'll see me on another broadcast. We'll try to get that YouTube set up the same exact way so everyone can follow along. Until next time, thanks for checking out S&M Iracing Motorsports. Tonight's winner, James Smith, gets it done. We'll see you next time.